When you think about global issues, what agitates you, what energizes you, what fascinates you?
I mean, with social issues, I think as footballers we have a massive platform that we should be using way more than we actually are. You know, I know it's very comfortable to just sit at home and you know, and stay with your family, stay with your kids and with your friends, and don't worry about anything. But I think with the platform we have, you know, we should be the people that scream at these social issues and put them out there. So as a society we can move forward. And you know, there's so many things for me. The climate is a big one. Obviously, after going plant-based, going vegan, you know, all these things around it are something that I like to get involved with. And the plastic is a massive issue for me as well. You know, growing up in the coastline of Barcelona, and you know, going back now and seeing all this rubbish in the sea. Obviously, when I was enjoying it so much as a kid, makes me sad for the next generation. So, you know, I feel there's so many things as footballers could help more with. I think it's so different. I think the new generation, not just my one, but the ones that are coming after me, they're people that they know what's happening. There's so much information right now in the internet, even in you know, in streaming services. You know, they're raising all these problems, but it feels that, you know, while the young people, the youth, are trying to fight for a world where there's equality, you know, that everyone is the same, everyone's helping each other. You know, we want to take care of the planet. We want to make it a better one. It seems like the people that are ruling and are being presidents right now want to do the other way around. They want to separate people. They want to make even more damage on this earth, while we're just trying to make it better just for the sake of money. So I think, you know, if the youth keep you know, having the same mind that they have right now, this open-minded, that, you know, we can have a better world than the one we have right now, I'm sure, you know, it will happen and we'll be better all together.
You're a footballer with a social conscience and a platform. Do you think footballers in general understand the power they have to affect change?
I think sometimes they don't understand, and sometimes they do understand, but they rather sit at home without, you know, pushing these issues. For me, you know, when I raise these issues, I always have backlash in terms of, oh, you should stick to football or stick to something that you know. But it's not about that. These are things that, you know, there are problems that everyone can see, but some people just try to hide them. So, you know, when you have a voice, when you have a platform, a following like the ones we do, we're very influential people there. We're people that kids growing up want to be like us, and even adults want to hopefully, you know, have a son like us, or they've wanted to live the life we're living before. So, you know, there's not many people better than us to raise political issues, racial issues, or environmental issues than anyone else. So I think it's our duty to do the most we can in terms of it. There's all sorts of issues. I feel like, you know, the football industry is an industry where we have to be really quiet and just play. You know, I think the kind of culture around it is about like, oh, footballers can't really do anything else more than just kicking a ball. We're seeing this is kind of like the stereotype. So when there's a footballer stepping out of the box, he's always seen as someone, you know, as someone that is kind of not focused enough on football because he's doing this, because he's doing that. But as I always say, we have so much time, and we're humans at the same time. We have issues, we have worries, and you know, and we should push these things. And I think in America, they're more advanced in terms of these things. A lot of players have come out talking about mental health, for example, which is always been a something that's been very taboo to talk about, especially for men. And then after that, I know Danny Rose had talked about it, for example, and it's important that all these issues that back in the day where it was a stigma for men to talk about it, or there was a stigma as a group of people, as footballers, to talk about these things, that, you know, we would take those chains out and we start talking and moving forward with an open mind.
If yourself, Danny Rose, other players talk about these issues such as mental health, does that have a domino effect? It almost opens the door for other people to say the same?
If you put it just that way, imagine there's a kid out there, you know, that he's not happy with himself. He's just not a kid or a teenager, and, you know, he knows that he's got an issue, but he's scared because he doesn't know what his family are going to think about him or his friends. And then a player that he looks up to, which Danny Rose could be, you know, raises this issue. That's probably going to give that push that kid needs to, you know, get out there and actually talk about it. And from there, you know, hopefully be back with the best health he can have, and you know, move forward from that issue. So, you know, there's so many people like that actually even don't know they have an issue until they can kind of put two and two together, and, oh, this guy has said this, maybe I have the same problem, maybe I should, you know, talk about it, and maybe I should solve it. And there's so many good things and positive things that come with raising problems, and actually, you know, showing people that we're humans. We're not machines. We are good at what we do. We have talent. We work really hard, and you know, sometimes it feels like this is all we do, and our life is just playing football. But it's not. We're humans. We have a life. We have families. We have problems, worries, and it's important to speak about them to get people to relate to us as well.
Just ask you about George Weah. Here's a player who was at the top of the game, was football obsessed, believed and cared for social issues, is now the president of Liberia, of course, very close to Arsene Wenger. You've got that passion for issues, that desire to make a difference. You've got a lot of football to play, but do you see that role in the future, something where you're involved there?
I don't think I would go that way. I was very impressed with his story. You know, I knew Arsene Wenger was always very close to him, and he talked about him a few times when we had team talks, and you know, we knew how much it meant for him, you know, when he signed him, and then seeing him and what he had evolved to be, you know, president of Liberia now. And it's amazing that the power of football can give you that window to raise all these problems, and then after even be the president of your country. So you know, when it is all about helping your country, or, you know, the people you can influence move forward, is something that that is amazing. And for me, it's all about, you know, when I see one person, you know, sometimes they send me a message, you know, drinking the canned water that I drink, saying like, oh, Hector, I've given up plastic, I'm just doing all of this. These things make me happy, even if it's just one person. And I had, for example, when I spoke about the plastic issue, and some kids in a school in North London saw it, and you know, I had 400 letters from like every single kid of that school. They're so understanding of the damage that he has done, and you know, they were writing that they saw this video of this whale and all this stuff, and it's so sad. And when you have people that you have kind of influence in that way, and even if it's just like a small group of them, that's what you know, that's what makes me happy and makes me not listening to all the bad things they say about me, because, you know, all of that makes me 1,000 times more happy than this can make me sad. I saw a little thing the other day that said, oh, it's only one straw. That's what 8 billion people said. So it is kind of like that. There's a lot of people think that the message is not to them because they're only one person in a massive world. But if everyone does the same action for good, can save tons of water, plastic, animals, everything. So everyone needs to feel that this message is to them, and you know, it'll be very selfish to think that it is not. And we can't live in a perfect world right now, and we cannot not use probably not plastic at all. But, you know, if there's one little thing that you don't buy, that you don't use, and you swap it for something that's better for this world, if everyone did that, we'll make it happen for sure.
Come on guys, subscribe.